Hey you guys, thanks for tuning in. Dropping it live. It's on a new day. I'm bringing it to you every Friday now at 1 p.m. Hawaiian Standard Time. That's 4 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. So definitely catch me on Fridays from now on. I think that day is going to work better for me and my family. 2 of my kids will be in school, so that opens up a little bit more free time for me. Okay, so you guys, I want to share something with you today that I read on the Young Living blog. I guess it was a week or two ago, and it was really interesting to me. So I wanted to share it with you guys, and I think it really summed it up perfectly on the quality of essential oils. I actually have, I know, this is crazy, I have friends and I actually have family members who still buy essential oils from the grocery store, and I'm like, what? You gotta be kidding me. So I want to sum it up right here that there is a difference, and I want to share with you why there is a difference, okay, and what really sets Young Living's products at the top. So one of the first things that Young Living asked in their blog was fish from a grocery store, right? So I want to ask you guys, would you guys A, pick fish that you get from a gas station that is basically in the refrigerator case of that gas station, and that gas station is in the middle of the mainland, maybe 1,500 miles from the ocean, okay? Or would you pick the B option, which is the fillet of fish, which is served at a long established restaurant that is on the coast, okay? I think we would all pick B. I'm hoping we would all pick B. If not, you're gonna need Digize and some peppermint for your gut, and maybe some essential zymes. But honestly, I would pick A, right? B rather, and I think you guys would as well, because of the quality, right? The quality, and because you know that that fish is coming from a reputable source. It's an established restaurant. The chef is more experienced. It's got the ingredients that are readily available right there from the coast, so you know it's fresh and quality is given, right? Where it's not at the gas station refrigerator, okay? So it's very similar with essential oils, okay? And since the FDA, the Food and Drug Administration, does not regulate essential oils, it is up to the company. It is up to us as consumers to make sure that we're buying from a reputable company, okay? And before I got my oils, I jumped into this head first, feet first, and I really dove into studying different essential oil companies and really finding the best one, okay? Enter Young Living. Okay, so I want to share with why Young Living is different, okay? You can definitely go to a grocery store. You can pick up a cheap essential oil and the aisles there. The quality is not going to be the same, okay? And this is why, because Young Living is the only company that has the seed to seal guarantee, okay? That is their guarantee, their promise that really stands behind the sourcing of their products, to the science of the product, and also the standards of the product, okay? So Young Living is incredibly serious about this, so serious that there have been essential oils out of stock for over a year because they did not meet their standards, okay? So Young Living is bar none the top of the essential oil companies on the planet, okay? So number one is the high quality ingredients, okay? I don't know if you guys knew this, but it takes 22 pounds of rose petals to make one 5 milliliter bottle of rose essential oil, okay? That's a lot of material, and that's because it's totally pure. There's nothing added to that single oil. It's straight oil from that rose petal plant, okay? From the rose petal of that plant. So when you think about the process that it takes to go into that one bottle of oil, it needs to be planted, it needs to be harvested, and you know, we don't use pesticides. We do hand pulling on weed control. All that time and energy that goes into sourcing that oil. And then it's got to be tested multiple times, okay? So there's a lot that goes into it just to get that oil to us, okay? Hence, it may be a little bit more expensive than that grocery store essential oil, but I'm going to explain why it's way better, okay? So the quality of the source, right? The quality is at the source rather, okay? So we stand behind this, that high quality cannot come from a low quality source. It can't, it never will, and it just can't. So this is why sourcing is kind of the base of our seed to seal promise, okay? It's that commitment that we provide, that they provide for all of us. So all of our farms, all of our partner farms, our co-op farms, we actually have a team of scientists that actually test the soil, they test the water, and they test the other environmental factors to make sure that all of it meets our standards for quality and purity. Okay, also the strict quality control, okay? So you're not even gonna believe this, you guys. Our Young Living team has a quality control team that actually uses a battery of physical and chemical and actually microbiological tests to measure the exact components, the exact therapeutic constituents and properties of our essential oils, which is really, really cool. That's above the rest by far. It's taking it to a whole nother science, a whole nother level. So one of the tests that they use, an example is called, it's the ICP-MS, which is the inductively coupled plasma mass spectrometry, okay? This is actually used to measure high levels of heavy metals, okay? So basically it can measure it down to the 1 part per billion level. So to put that in our perspective, that's like pulling out 1 drop of water from an Olympic size swimming pool. That's a lot, okay? So it's very specific at detailing to see if there's any trace of heavy metals, okay? They also run about 15 different tests on the essential oils 3 times, okay? So they do 15 tests 3 times on that essential oil. Then you know what they do? If they repeat that then, okay? So we've got 15 3 times, that's 45, right? If it passes those 45 tests, then it goes to get blended with potentially other essential oils that we have to make our blends, or it will get bottled as a single oil, okay? And then guess what? It goes through all those same tests again. So we're talking 90 tests by the time you get our essential oils in your hands. That is phenomenal, and I do not know of one single other company that can say that they do that. State-of-the-art equipment, okay? So Young Living is one of the only essential oil companies, okay, that has in their lab 2 of the isotope ratio mass spectrometry instruments, okay? So what that does, it's called the IRMS. What that does is it definitively defines, it definitively tells you if there are anything synthetic in that essential oil sample that you're testing, okay? So it's gonna let you know if you're getting, in fact, a true pure essential oil from the plant rather than a lab-made synthetic chemical that a lot of companies do add to their essential oils. So very important. Like I said, we're the only company, we own 2 of them. We own 2 of them, and that is how we know that our essential oils are completely authentic that we deliver to you. And then, of course, the extensive historical data. Okay, so Young Living's been around for almost 25 years. They're the leader in essential oils on the planet. That gives them a cutting edge above every single other oil company. So what you're getting with that is with that experience, you're getting clinical research. So just in the last year, Young Living has over 22 clinical scientific researches that they have done for testing their products. Okay, so I love this, having my biology background. I love knowing that the products I'm using have been tested and have been proven to work. It's not just placebo. Like, I love that. I love knowing that there's science to back it up in clinical studies and real results, okay, that you're seeing. I don't know really of any other company that's doing that. So they're really stepping it up and advancing their clinical research database. So we have access to that as consumers. So they really take the time that the oil that they're bottling is at its optimal potency when it reaches you at home through all their tests. And this is what's really cool. They do the testing also on the property where the botanicals are grown. So they'll actually take clippings of the plant and test that plant to see its potential for producing high quality essential oil, to see if it's at the maximum peak of therapeutic constituents, and then they will distill it, okay? Other companies, I don't know if they do that. They are probably in a hurry to harvest that stuff down. Again, this has to do with our historical data that Young Living has collected over the 24 years. So they know, okay, this plant, it takes this, we need to harvest it this hour of night to get that maximum potency, or this plant can only be distilled up to this many hours, and when we know if we go past that, then we're actually going to denature the therapeutic properties of that oil, okay? A lot of other companies, especially those ones in the grocery store, I'm willing to bet that they are either adding something synthetic to their oils, or they're over distilling it and they are denaturing the therapeutic properties of it. So if you are my friends, if you are my family, and I know you are because you're watching. I see my mom on here. Hey, Mom. If you're on here and you're watching, you guys, you gotta understand there is a difference in quality, and you are doing a disservice to yourself and a disservice to your family when you're not using the highest quality brand or essential oil. So, you know, I gotta ask you, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you give yourself the best, okay? And one thing that I love also about this company is that they're very transparent. So you can go to their farms, you can see the labs, you can see the testing equipment, and you can also call customer service if you have any questions about any of the stuff I talked about, and how they do their procedures and whatnot. So if you guys are even curious about Young Living essential oils, I encourage you to get in touch with somebody, the first person, whoever you want, who introduced you to Young Living, and ask them questions, ask them how you can get started to get 24% off these amazing products. They've changed my family's life. I know they will change yours. All right, you guys, have a great day. I'll see you next Friday, 1 p.m. Hawaiian Standard Time, Friday. All right, Dropping It live. See you guys.